Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is No Chefs here. On today's episode, 鱼香茄子 fish fragrant eggplant. Despite the name of this dish, it's got very little to do with fish. It is the flavor profile used in Sichuan cuisine to serve fish or other seafood. It is fragrant, strong enough to overpower any possible unpleasant flavor or smell that could come from the seafood. That having said, you can use this to cook anything else you like. Chicken, beef, pork by itself, give it a try. Alternatively to what I'm doing today, you can skip the pork altogether. And that will give you a very delicious vegetarian eggplant dish. The flavor profile here is spicy, numbing, a little sour. I'm super excited. Let's get into it. So let's go over everything I've got, and it looks like a lot, but I promise you it should make sense. The main two ingredients of this dish is of course the eggplant. You don't have to use the Asian eggplant, you can use regular one. This one is 1 pound. I have half a pound of ground pork. We will need some light soy sauce. They look like this because I keep them in the refrigerator. So you have some condensation. Dark soy sauce, cooking wine, Shaoxing cooking wine in my case, black Chinese vinegar. I have rice vinegar, but you can also use white vinegar. This is what I'm going to use to prep the eggplant. I have fermented black bean paste, and mine happens to have chilies in it already. I've got half a cup of water to go with the chicken powder to make chicken broth. Cornstarch, about a tablespoon for the very end to thicken the dish. Tablespoon Sichuan peppercorns. Dried chili peppers. Chopped up 1 white part of green onion. 5 cloves of garlic. And this much ginger, all chopped up. Green parts of the green onion are soaking in the water, thinly sliced for garnish. First, we need to take care of this eggplant. Now we want to cut into like strips. I'm gonna keep all of them basically whole, except for maybe one, so that they will fit in this container I have. Alright, I cut a second one too, so they fit a lot better. Rice vinegar, that's supposed to preserve the color of the skin of eggplant. A couple tablespoons. Try to submerge them so they'll stay under. Only need maybe a couple of minutes. So over on this side I have a steamer set up with just a foil that I put holes with a chopstick. Now the water is boiling. The eggplant is drained. Just place them in. It doesn't matter how they go. Ow, hot. Alright, let's close this. 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, be careful. Oh, look at this. Look how gorgeous the color is. To see if it's done, take a chopstick. Oh yeah, very soft. Okay, take them out very carefully into a clean dish. There you go. Look at this gorgeous eggplant color. So the rice vinegar soaking for just a couple minutes really helps. I imagine just a regular white vinegar would do the trick too. They're extremely hot. Let them cool off, set aside. We've got some work to do. I've got a little pan here. We're toasting this Sichuan peppercorns. Periodically go ahead and feel the heat of the pan. Make sure you monitor very well. Don't burn them, that's your goal. Make sure that they just become fragrant. starting to smoke a little bit. The color is changed. The aroma is amazing. Half goes on here. The other half is just for garnish and let them cool. This first half is going to be for the seasoning. So we want to turn it into as fine as possible powder. Take a look. So please use as much as you want. If you've never tried Sichuan peppercorns before, you're in for a treat. Okay, they give really good flavor, tingling sensation in your mouth. But also, I save these for garnish, as I said, for a visual, to make sure that people are aware. Plus, they don't have to bite into a whole peppercorn. That experience isn't very pleasant, in my opinion. Next, let's make the sauce, fish fragrant sauce. To this half cup water, chicken powder per instructions is gonna take half teaspoon. You can of course use chicken stock if you want. So with these ingredients, here's how I like to make it. The black Chinese vinegar is 10 by itself and it's going to have 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. The reason that it is by itself is that I will be adding this at the very end of the dish, so to preserve its flavor. These are 2 types of soy sauce, the light and the dark, altogether 2 parts to 3 parts of Chinese vinegar. So 1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon. And remember, dark soy sauce is not salty, it's just for color. Light soy sauce, that's going to be salty. And finally, just 1 part of Shaoxing cooking wine or cooking wine that you have. Mix, mix, mix. Try. Lovely. Now, there's other component that should be in here, is the sweet component. But if you've been following me for a while, you know I don't like added sugars, so I'm skipping that. Fermented chili bean paste, 1 heaping tablespoon. Got our eggplants. They are cool enough to touch. They're still very, very warm. You can cut them or you can just break them apart by hand. You know what? Let's cut these. Super tender. So I went ahead and cut the eggplant in thin strips. Like that. Beautiful color. I love it. Now I've got the wok on high heat. Got just about 3/4 of a tablespoon of oil in there. Just a regular, no flavor, of your choice. Pork is usually pretty fatty anyway. Going right in. Start breaking it down. Alright, once most of it no longer pink, ginger, garlic, onion, peppers, all going in. Just give it a few seconds to warm up the color. Doubanjiang going in. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. Sichuan pepper powder. Eggplant. Mix them well so that the eggplant has a chance to be a part of the party, you know? Get all that flavor. Just for a little bit. The sauce. Give it a mix. Mix everything really well. Now we want to boil it a little bit for the sauce to reduce. So now take a look. The sauce has reduced quite a bit. Lastly, black Chinese vinegar. Cornstarch water. Look how thick the sauce is now, wrapping around all of the ingredients. Basically, we are done. Fragrant indeed. The eggplant texture is amazing. Here's a bit of everything. I got an eggplant with some pork and a chili pepper. I do eat those dried chilies, by the way. They're so good. As advertised, my friends. Spicy, a little sour, a little numbing. There's heat in my mouth still. Absolutely love it. Should give it a try. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like my content, please consider giving me a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You know, until next time, I wish you nothing but the best.